I've created a brand new team on Football Manager 2023. They're called Tottenham Athletic. This is set 10 years in the future. We've set it all up. We're ready to go. I think it's about time we crack on with this save, don't you? Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is Pokes if we haven't met before, and you are so welcome here. This is a brand new save on FM23 where we have created a fan-owned breakaway club from Tottenham Hotspur called Tottenham Athletic, nicknamed Spurs still, because we are literally the hashtag that I've set up is the true Tottenham. If you want to find out all about the story and the background and the context to this save, then do check out the video that will be in the description below. That will give you the story and the dramatic introduction. It was a little overkill with the drama. I hold my hands up to that. But as a brief rundown, let me tell you how this has worked so far. In order to create Tottenham Athletic as a club, we had to use the pre-game editor, and what we did was we kind of erased Hampton and Richmond, who were part of the Vanarama South, out of history. We chose them particularly because they had been in the Vanarama South for a long time now, and the story of Tottenham Athletic is that they had been in the Vanarama South for 3 seasons without sort of shifting or going anywhere. So we replaced this club set in 2023 and with the hope that they would then remain in that league for 10 years when we run a simulation, so that I can then take over the management of them in the summer of 2033 and they would still be in the Vanarama South. Now, simulating 10 years mostly worked. However, about 5 years into the simulation, Tottenham Athletic then got promoted up into the Vanarama National. And so in order to try to bring them down, we simmed a few more seasons. However, with 1 season to go, they were still in the Vanarama National. And I was super keen to start this save with them in the Vanarama South. So I went into the in-game editor and I made all of their morale abysmal, and also released a few of their key players, about 3 or 4 of their key players, and then lo and behold, at the end of that season they were relegated to the Vanarama South, which is right where I wanted them, right where I needed them for the sake of this save. So why do I tell you this? I guess I want to have my cards out on the table right from the beginning to say we have used the pre-game editor to create the club, and we have used the in-game editor a little bit in order to establish them and get them set up. Now, I can go into a lot more detail with this, and in fact, I will go into more detail with this, and I'm going to create a whole video just to show you how we created the club, how it looks, and all that kind of thing. But today, I want to crack on with the season. We're going to play our first ever competitive game as Tottenham Athletic, and I'm so excited. Let me introduce you to the club before we really start, though. And this, as you saw in the trailer, is the badge for Tottenham Athletic. As you can see here, it's kind of based, and I really wanted the brief about the kind of be based on the sort of 90s sort of Tottenham Hotspur, not because they were super successful then, because they weren't, but really that was the era that for me personally I really became a Tottenham fan, but also that's the kind of era of football that I really got into football and got into Tottenham as well. So it's a bit of a personal sort of ode to me, really. As you can see here, we got Odes Vencere as the Latin beneath their name, instead of facer, which is their usual one, which means, as you know, to dare is to do. And yes, I absolutely probably massacred the pronunciation there, but I don't even care. I don't even care. However, this new tagline is a slight variation of that, is because it says to dare is to win. But huge shout out to JM Thoughts. All the links to his stuff is beneath in the description to this video. He designed this badge for me, also has designed our beautiful kits. Let me show you these. And here they are in all their glory. You can see in the middle there is our home kit, that kind of almost beige, like cream beige one. If you look closely, you can actually see it is a map of London. I love it so much. As I said, massive shout out to JM there who sorted that out for me. To the left is our black and yellow away kit there with the checkered, and then on the right is the kind of the third kit there. And obviously it's got the Pokes logo in the middle of it. We've got our new 90s Tottenham Athletic badge in the top right and JM's logo there in the top left as well. Beautiful kits, love it. I feel already immersed in this save. I love it so much. And next, let me share with you the rules, or not really the rules, almost like the aims, the goals of this save, really. Firstly, no job interviews. I'm not interested in changing club. We basically take this team as far as we go, and I hope I don't get sacked. If I get sacked, it's over. So I really hope we get through at least a season. That would be nice. Number 2, I want to win some silverware, partly because it's been a long time, many editions of FM since I've won any silverware, and it'd be nice. Just a league title, some sort of rubbish noddy cup, I don't care. Win some silverware. We then get into some of the big ideas, and number 3 is I would love to defeat Tottenham Hotspur. Naturally, they are our fiercest rivals in this, and we would love to defeat them in a match, whether we become a better team than them in general. As you can see, they're number 5 jumping ahead. We want to be the most prestigious club in London, which presumes that we will be outplaying and regularly beating Tottenham Hotspur. And number 4, to step back into number 4, it says be respected in Europe. Need I say more? Okay, so let's look at me as a manager then. As you can see here, I have a National A licence, and my history is that I was a professional football player at local level. So I've kind of just tried to match the Vanarama South level as far as kind of attributes and management style goes. I went for the kind of more motivational style of manager because I'm a motivator, an influencer. Now let's take a look at the squad. And so at a quick glance, I'm reasonably happy with this, particularly when you look at the potential of a lot of these players. I think we're in an all right position. Now, the reality is because they have just been relegated from the Vanarama National, we're actually in a reasonably decent position for this season. Let me show you where expected. We are expected to finish top of the league. Good odds on us to win this league. And in fact, when you look at the vision of the board for this year, you can see the current season is they want us to gain automatic promotion to the Vanarama National. They want me to reach the FA Cup round proper, and they want me to be competitive in the FA Cup FA Trophy. So when we're looking at our squad, we're gonna need a decent squad to get there. And I think being the very important word there. I think we've got an all right club to do this. I think we've got an all right squad with a good collection of players who might be able to pull this off. Now, I don't want to go into loads and loads of details about every player because we're going to find out about them as we get going. I would say, if I were to just highlight it by ability, a few key players to be sort of keeping your eye on are Stuart Price and Billy Abbott, 2 great midfielders here for me. Here's Billy Abbott, who's sort of this central midfielder, can go into attack. I think he's got some quite good attributes about him. We've also got Stuart Price, as I mentioned, 21 years old youngster. Again, he's a midfielder, can play out on the right, but in the pre-season friendlies, he's been predominantly in the centre. I think he's going to be an all right player as well. Also, this guy here, Sergio Villarino, hasn't actually shown up hugely in the friendlies, but I do think he's got good quality about him. Only 21 years old, and I think if we can get him far in all cylinders, I think he'll be great. Now, a couple of other players who've also been kind of on my radar throughout pre-season is this guy here, Brad Watts, who seems to be a really solid DM or central defender. I really like the look of him. Really consistent. 7.03 in his average rating in the friendlies, which has been fun to see. Up front, the likes of this guy, Jeff Alexander. He's a 6'5" monster. He's been scoring a few goals in pre-season. You can see there at the bottom there, he's 5 appearances. He's scored 3 goals, which hasn't been too bad at all. I think he might be quite handy for us. Other ones up front, we've got this guy Ibrahim, 22 years old. He hasn't been too bad either. As you can see there, 2 appearances and 2 goals, pretty high average rating. I feel like up front we are looking really good, really strong. Even the midfield is also looking quite strong. I think our probable weakness at the moment possibly could be our defence, and actually in goal as well. We really struggled for a goalkeeper. Managed to get this in. I actually had to pay money for him, which is a bit rubbish, but I think he'll do. Owen Goodman, I can't remember where we got him from actually. Who do we buy him off? Dulwich Hamlet. We had to pay $4,000 for him. But I think he'll do a job for now. I don't think he's going to last too much longer though. And as soon as we can get a better keeper in, we'll get a better keeper in. A quick look at the transfers, and you can see here we've got a whole collection of new people in. Quite simply, I just wanted to make sure our squad was well bolstered to make an automatic promotion challenge. Now, one thing I also want to mention at this stage is that I have used the in-game editor. Sorry, what? You've used the in-game editor. Unbelievable. 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 I'm getting a headache just thinking about it. Let me explain my use of the in-game editor because I want complete transparency with this. So I set up a bit of a thing with my community over on Twitch. And yes, that's right. I stream this save live on Twitch most Friday nights, other times as well. So make sure you follow along over on Twitch, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell button, hit every button there is to go because this is worth it. So the community over on Twitch, we set up a thing with them that before the save started, they could have a player put into this squad. So what I did was there was about 6 or 7 players here. I can run through them in just a second for you of these players that they are. And some of them gave me kind of just vague, like a name and a position. And what I would do is I would then find a player that was already in the Tottenham squad, change their name and the other bits and pieces they wanted to be changed. Now, those things weren't hugely impacting. What I tried to do is keep their kind of quality at the level of quality of this league. We haven't tried giving them all 20s or anything silly like that. I've also set it so that you know that they can change. It's not like they can decline. They can increase in their ability. They're not necessarily set in stone to have a potential ability of all going to be Messi's or anything like that. We've tried to keep it as realistic as possible, and now these players have been created. I will now not be touching the in-game editor at all for the rest of this save. So let me briefly run through those players with you so you can see which ones they are. So we've got Ben Morgan here, who is sitting as a sort of central defender and a DM. Feel free to pause it if you want to check out the old attributes here. Hamish McTavish is another one, 19 years old, and you can see there's sort of a striker, sort of pressing forward kind of guy. Memphis Nutkins over on right back there, youngster, again, 20 years old, and yeah, he's a right back. Next up is, as you've seen already, is Samadinho Jr., who we made Samadinho Jr. We also made him Brazilian as well. And basically he wanted to be this kind of advanced forward with a bit of flair about him. So that's what we've made here. And all the others are in our under 18s at the minute. So we have Felix Müller, the Austrian 18-year-old right back here. We have Johan Martin, the 19-year-old left inverted wing back. We have Tommy Cooper, left back, who's just 16 years old, and just paying him £5 a week currently. And that brings us to the end of the created players. Now, if you're wanting part of this and you're like, oh, I want to have a player, then if you follow me on Twitch and keep up and, you know, and keep watching and things like that, you can earn the right to rename one of the new gens or regens that we get through our youth intake as the years in this season, this save go on. So what you're waiting for, get over to Twitch, follow me on there. Would love to have you part of the community there and joining in the chat, as well as helping me make this Tottenham Athletic team world beaters. Okay, so before we head into our first competitive match as Tottenham Athletic, let me just show you how we've been getting on in the friendlies, which I was looking at this. I think we've done pretty well here. I think we're looking all right. We're pretty good going. Tactic-wise, this is what we're likely to be sort of heading for here, which is this kind of DM with Watts there in like defensive midfield, with Abbott as the sort of advanced playmaker. We've got sort of 2 wingers there going on with Villarino and Brennan Loader. Then we've got Ibrahim and Alex Arnder up there up front together in a pairing there. You've then got Sullivan and Giles on the left and right back. Giles is actually working more as a wing back at the minute, and Sullivan as a right back. And then we've got Tipple and Borowski as the centre backs there, with Goodman in goal. Now, this is the slightly more defensive mentality, particularly when we are away from home. And I think when we go back, when we're at home, we're slipping to this, which is more sort of standard 4-2-4 for now, and we'll see how we go, see if this tactic works out for us. But as I said, because we're playing from home, away from home against Welling, we're going for this slightly more defensive. We're still going to have a positive mentality with this, but I just want to have a little bit of cover at the back there for the expectation that they may have a little bit more of the ball. I don't know about anybody else, but if you're anything like me, and if you've ever created your own club from scratch as well, this feels like such a moment where we suddenly get to enjoy this created club from scratch. They've had 10 years of, well, they were created in 2026. They've had 7 years without me going through the low leagues. Here they are in the Vanarama South. We're about to make history, friends, as Tottenham Athletic enter into this season of Football Manager for the first time on the Pokes FM channel. I'm going to explode. We really better win. If we don't win, I'm going to cry. I actually am going to cry if we don't win. So here we go. They're off. And Callum Sullivan, Villarino, through to Alexander, edge of the box already. Oh, goodness me, are we going to score early? No, we're not. They're going to bring that out. And 2 minutes in and we've had a highlight. That counts as a highlight, doesn't it? Kickoff still counts as a highlight in my eyes. And it's another highlight for us with Brad Watts as he swings it in from there. Villarino completely unmarked. And he scored the first ever goal for Tottenham Athletic. This is it. Come on, friends. Oh, Tottenham Hotspur better be quaking in their boots at their rubbishness, eh? They better be quaking. Look at that head. Campbell didn't stand a chance as we go 1-0 up, 10 minutes into the game. And we are loving life right now, friends. Giles throws it into Ibrahim and he's already, we are all over them. 15 minutes in, massive shot from Alexander there. And it was tipped wide. Jeff Alexander, one to keep our eyes on, I think. Looks like a bit of attack. Oh, it was an attack for Welling, but we've won the ball back here over on the right. And Villarino, who's been involved a lot already so far, which is great stuff. He's played it through for Ibrahim. What a ball! But it's gone over the bar. And we still remain 1-0 up. So there's nothing to complain about here. We are all over them. But that was a shame. 2-0 would have been very exciting, wouldn't it? Here's Brennan Loader with a cross, and Giles gets onto it. And Jeff Alexander's made it too. Oh, come on, boys. What a start. Oh, they're looking at the manager and they're like, who is this man? Who is this man? He's so good. And I'm just there waving. I'm just waving. Meanwhile, Ibrahim is through again. Oh my word, he's made it 3. It's 3-0. Ibrahim has made it 3-0. And my goodness me, what a throw. It wasn't a throw, it was a standard throw, but lovely little ball from Jeff. And Ibrahim, it looked like it got a little dink on the defender there as well. But whatever it is, it's 3-0 to us. It's 3-0 to us. This is superb. Right, Welling have got a bit of a free kick here. Oh my word. It's the first howler of what will probably be many, many howlers. Meanwhile, it's a throw for us again now. Oh, it's dived. The Welling defender dive-headed it away. And Gothard has now got the ball. He's on his own. Surely they're not going to get a goal from this. We've got enough. This is ridiculous. This is stupid. Quick, we need a keeper. Please, we need a keeper. How have they scored from that? What on earth is that goalie doing? What is he doing? All right, with 3. What a half. If it's this drama in every match of Tottenham Athletics, then I'm not sure I can handle this. We've given them a rousing team talk, and now they are into the second half. Goodness me, if we don't win this game after being 3-0 up, we're basically Spurs round 2, aren't we? Like, goodness me, Ibrahim brought the ball into the box. Come on! Oh, for goodness sake. This is not going to be us. We are not them. We are not Hotspur. We win. We go ahead and we win games. This is a culture moment, friends. This is a culture moment that they need to learn. And meanwhile, we've got a bit of an attack here, but Welling have got back into this. They really are doing okay. We're 68 minutes into the game. I should probably make a sub. But, Ibrahim hits the post. And it's still 3-2, and the keeper holds on to it. Quick, let's make some changes. So Borowski is on a yellow and he's looking a bit tired. He's not having a bad game, to be fair, 7.1, but we're going to sub him off anyway. Simon Tipple is also looking tired, but we've only really got one centre-back on the bench. So we're going to struggle there. So I think what we'll do is we'll leave it at that. Why did I not have... I can only have 5 subs, can't I? So that's an issue. We're going to need more subs on the bench in future games, but we'll come back to that. But meanwhile, Brennan Loader, Brad Watts pumps it forward to no one. That's not what we're looking for. Let's see if we can actually hold on to the ball. That'd be nice in this second half. Sullivan, with a lot of direct passing, which I've asked them to do, to be fair. Maybe I should change that instruction to slightly less direct. right? Let's go slightly shorter passing. Let's just calm it down, friends. Calm it down. Right, 77th minute. Callum Sullivan. A goal would be nice, I think, just to make me feel a little bit less on edge. But he's wasting his time here, which is nice. Which is nice to see. It's just no, only sometimes. Only sometimes. Yeah, we're not that kind of team. It's only 76th minute. And it throws it in. But anyway, Callum gets the cross. Brennan Loader. He's off on his debut. He scored for us, as many of the other players who have scored as well, to be fair. But very good to see Brennan Loader on his debut. One of the players I really like, and he scored. So thank you. 83rd, 84th, 85th minute. Now we can go full on time wasting. This is the type of team that we are. Yep, you heard. Okay, we're into injury time. That's got to be it. We've done it. We've done it. Absolutely exceptional performance there from the likes of Jeff Alexander with an 8.4 and Villarino with an 8.8. As I said, he didn't show up much for friendlies, but he has shown up today. And in fact, even the defence did all right. It's only Goodman who got 6.7. What did I say about our need for a keeper? So one game into this save and we have won. I'm on 100% record. This is incredible. Yes. And so we are off the mark with Tottenham Athletic. Thank you for joining me today for this first video of the save. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you do enjoy it, then do remember to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell button, then you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. And as I said, I'm streaming this save live on Twitch every week, so you can follow along with the save and follow along a little bit here on YouTube and over there. It'll be great to have you part of that community. Keep your eyes open for a video where I'm going to explain how I created this club and really go into sort of a little bit more of the detail about what I've amended and what I haven't, and how did we create this club from scratch to play it in FM23. As well as that, keep your eye on for the next episodes where we'll be playing some more games, and let's see if we can get them straight away promoted to the Vanarama National. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Anyway, till next time, I'll see you later.